And this is what the New World Order is about. But the difference is it's about control. It's about enslaving the useless eaters. This is a terminology that is used. I heard this. I didn't create this. I heard this from Rothschild. He said they're useless eaters.
He calls us useless eaters.
He called the people useless eaters,
wow.
people that absorb and have nothing to contribute back.
Wow.
In other words, we absorbing the resources of the earth. We are the problem. And so they're useless eaters. This is why mass stimulation is taking place around the world.
Extermination.
In our crops with GMO foods, with all these genetic engineering corns and different things
to
put the virus in the corn. For instance, just like this situation with the cucumbers here just last week, and how these different things are taking place right now. And so what we're seeing, all this is a plan that are taking place right now. Now, let's get back into what we was moving to. Now, we see with these different sightings, there is a mass. If you go right now to the, which is, if you go back and you go back into different research and you study what's going on right now, Stonehenge. In Stonehenge, on one of the rocks in Stonehenge, you can look up this on the internet, Google it, and you can find it. There's a plan, a depopulation to basically wipe out a certain amount of peoples off of the face of the earth. And we see all these things are in the globalistic plan. Why is all these things are happening right now in this dispensation that we're living in? They're happening for a reason, because the Bible did predict. That's the thing about it, honey. The Bible did predict this time was coming, that there was going to come an age in history whereby there's going to be a global society, there's going to be a market system, there's going to be a system in place whereby you cannot buy or sell without having a mark on the number. So we see these things that's taking place. We see right now that if I was talking about these different sightings, you can go on YouTube, you can see videos from all around the world where people have captured these craft, and I do know some of them are fake. I do know that people put out fake stuff all the time, but all of it is not fake. Everybody's not fake seeing when you got a mass amount of people riding along in their automobiles and they see these craft in the sky.
You have had police officers, officials, and people like that even seeing objects in the sky.
It's been reported. It's been reported all over the news.
Yeah.
And so they are not fake. I do know that in Area 51 there are some secret projects. In fact, I'm going to tell you one called the Aurora Project. The Aurora. This has been a project that's been going on for many, many years. It's called the Aurora. And some of these craft are created by secret intelligence, what we call black ops program. I do know that. But there are some of them that are not. There's a program called Project Bluebeam that NASA created a hologram that will create to give you the false illusion to basically make you see things that it's in 3 dimensions. We have the Project CERN, which is in Geneva. It's called the Large Hadron Collider, where they are planning to go through different universe to the parallel universe. This is why we see movies in Hollywood that is funded by the CIA, that is funded by other governmental agencies, where they plant seeds and thoughts in our mind. I know this will sound hard to swallow, but before we go on, because our time is just about gone already, and I want you to read something. I promise, and we're going to continue this next week, but I want you to read something, and I want y'all to listen very closely. What she's going to read is very controversial, let you know in advance. But this is something that I have been had in my possession for over 40 years. And I'm 56 years old right now. So let's tell you how long I've been having this here. But I want you to read this, and I want you to listen closely at what she had to say, and I want you to watch what has been happening throughout the world, and I want you to watch and see what is being planted in our thought pattern. I want you to listen very closely at this here. Now, before she reads, this eventually going to be a statement that's going to be read by all world leaders, whether you're a prime minister or whether you're a president or whether whoever you may be. This is going to be read, and this is how they're going to give up their sovereignty and turn it over in the hand of the New World Order. Listen to this.
The President speaks. Good evening. Please listen carefully and do not be alarmed. I repeat, do not be alarmed. We have news this evening that will change for the better the future of mankind. The UFOs that have been seen for decades now have landed. The United States and other governments have had in their possession for over 25 years alien crafts, and aliens who were killed after their crafts have landed. Because of national security interests, it was at stake. The United States, along with other nations of the world, has been involved in a planned cover-up of this information. This was entirely in order to prevent panic and fear from gripping the American people and those people of other nations around the world. The United States government nor any other world government previously possessed the military intelligence information necessary to where the aliens came from. Their mission of peace or war was unknown. In order to cope with their advanced technology, the development of new defense systems was implemented, and the UFO files were deemed classified. You can well imagine how local jobs, food, and water supplies, and the general state of the world's economy would have been affected had we previously released this information without first gaining the knowledge of how to cope with the magnitude of it. Massive panic and fear would have set in on a worldwide basis. Anarchy would have been the order of the day. The aliens have made known to all the world's government that they mean no harm to mankind. They have chosen, after watching us for the last few decades, two men who will rule the new world order. For the benefit of all the Earth's races and nations, these two men have been screened by the aliens and found worthy to rule in their respective positions. The men picked from their highest calling by the Master of the universe will rule all the authority and the power of the masters, and no earthly nation will be in control of this new world order. These anointed leaders will be in authority over all governments of the world and the world's new religion. As you learn of this new world order without crime or war, but only peace, prosperity, and safety, then you will quickly become as excited about our new world order as I am tonight. All the world's currency will be eliminated as the new system of the world trade is implemented. On the planned world-initiated day, each person will be receiving a microchip smaller than the head of a pin that will be inserted under the skin of your right hand. And if by misfortune you do not possess a right hand, under the skin of your forehead. This will enable the Master of the universe by laser light to track all babies and small children who become lost or separated from their parents, and to record all transactions made by every person living on the face of the earth. No one will be able to steal or use another chip, as it will be programmed to stop functioning upon removal or death. The system is totally foolproof and will facilitate peace, harmony, brotherhood, and free trade worldwide. All debts will be forgiven. Wealth will be distributed from the ultra-rich and given to those less fortunate. This will balance the world's resources among its inhabitants and will equally benefit all world citizens. Every adult in the world will receive an equal amount of computer credit, which may be used to purchase the desired goods and services. This will be your new bank account, and you may draw upon it as you please. This account will start out with the equivalency of $250,000 in today's currency. Needless to say, if used wisely, this account will last many years, unto the future in this wonderful readjustment period of building a new world order. No one will ever be without food, clothing, and shelter again. The Master of the universe has come to the earth's rescue at just the right time, a time when world problems appear to be without a solution. You will be, by telepathic transfer, be able to hear the Master of the universe tomorrow night live on All the World Network as they explain in details the plan to the world. At that time, they will introduce the chosen leaders who will lead us into a new age of one world order. Fear not. The power of the Master will be used for good only. While being able to enforce any degree by the order of laser light, they could have conquered Earth long ago if they so desired. Therefore, tonight will be my last official appearance before you as President of the United States. Tomorrow, I will join you in the beginning as a citizen of the New World Order. The leaders will assume their positions at that time, and the previous dream of world peace will then become a reality. Good night, America, and hello, New World.
Now, I know some of you probably say, I think our time is just about going, but I know a lot of you probably say, wow. But just about the redistribution of wealth, this is what we have been hearing over the last couple months, wealth redistribution. We are talking about carbon credits taken from the rich, given the redistributed wealth, taken from the wealthy peoples around the world, redistribution of wealth. These things are already being planned in our mind. Oh my God, we're going to have to continue this on next week. I know we had a call. We do have a call? Do we have time for a call? Okay, caller, you're there very briefly. We're just about out of time.
Politics and religion. Politics lets us know how we will live on the earth, and religion lets us know where we will live forever.